Around the Ozarks is now on your FM radio. Listen to Around the Ozarks mornings with Grace Gooley as I spotlight local people, stories, and podcasts, all while playing the country legends of the 90s and the hit makers of the 2000s. It's on the Ozarks' best country, 105.1 The Bull. It's time for Around the Ozarks Rewind, brought to you by Kaleidoscope at the corner of Fremont and Sunshine. Here are your hosts, Woody and Janet.
Hey, oh man, cracking up. Hey, everybody. Hey, Miss Janet.
Hey.
Nice to see ya.
You sound like
You
that
too?
guy. What's that?
Jay. Nice to
If only
see
you
ya.
had a pitch pipe to get on
I'm going
camera.
into high
Exactly.
school next year, you know.
What's-
and I'm going to be a star
What's the
basketball
guy
player.
with the pig in that old-timey TV show?
Oh, Green Acres?
Yes.
Arnold.
Did
The
you
pig.
know
And
your
who was the
husband
guy?
is a Green Acres genius?
I know.
Eddie Albert.
He bought you
Zsa Zsa
the
Gabor.
box set, didn't he?
It wasn't Zsa Zsa. It wasn't Zsa Zsa Gabor. It was
Ava.
her sister,
Sister
yes.
Who's the
And-
slapper?
Huh?
Which one slapped the cop? Eva or
Slapped
Zsa
the
Zsa?
cop.
No,
That was
Zsa
Zsa
Zsa.
Zsa.
Was it Zsa Zsa?
Ah.
Yeah. But I love the characters on Mr. Haney.
That's what I thought he was doing. That
And
one.
then the Hank Kimball. Mr. Douglas, I got a letter for you. Well, what? Where's the letter? Oh, yeah, here it is. He was so stupid.
Did you get the whole box set of that? Did Mike get you the whole?
No, but I got to meet Jeb. Was it Jeb? He's their
Buddy Ebsen?
their handyman. He used
Oh,
to
no,
come
that's
down
a
to
different
Silver
show.
Dollar City. He's a Christian. Very nice.
handyman did?
Very nice fellow.
I don't know.
Okay,
I
we've
didn't
got a
watch
guest,
the
and we're
show.
going to get to him in just a minute. We've got to do this later. And Mr. Guest, you're welcome to join in on this. You want to read it? I didn't bring my glasses. Oh, well, I think I can see this. Dear Woody and Janet, hi, guys. Wanted your opinion on something. Where I work, we have a small kitchen area. Recently, someone brought in food on plates and then just left everything sitting unwashed in the sink. Disgusting. After a few days, I sent out an email warning I would toss them in the trash if they weren't removed by Friday. They were still there on Friday, so in the trash they went.
Are these plates or paper plates?
Well, now there's a coworker causing a big stink saying I don't have the authority to do that and should replace them because, they're part of her personal china collection.
He threw China away?
They took they looked like a Target markdown special. I wouldn't even buy her paper plates at this point. Can you read this and see if other people would have done the same thing?
No, I wouldn't have. He's being a Karen. It's not even his business, you know?
If they were her good china, she shouldn't have left
Well,
them in the sink.
why is it bothering him so much? Walk away.
Because some people are like that, Jan.
I
My wife's like that.
What?
She would throw them away after a day. She throws
Nah.
my stuff away.
It's not my mess, not my deal.
If I have like a little carton of buttermilk or
Well, now
something,
I have seen the messes you make, so
this has nothing to do with messes. This
has
has
a
to do with
point.
this guy did. If he's not the boss, he has no authority to throw away other people's property.
I agree. That's what
But-
I'm saying.
Again, she should have. She brought food in for everybody.
That was
Yeah, you
nice.
should have just left it in the sink or washed it.
Yeah.
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 Or if he was a good person,
But I wouldn't
guessing
have
he would
written
wash
a
it.
note.
he should have gone ahead and washed them
Well,
and
yeah.
stacked them.
She brought food for him.
Nobody
Yeah.
has a dishwasher?
Anyway,
Yeah,
ladies
yeah,
and
Oh,
gentlemen,
yeah, dishwasher.
please give it up for the one, the only Rik Fox.
Special guest in the studio, live in the studio.
Welcome,
Thank you,
Rick.
thank you.
Hey, may I call you Rick?
It's a privilege and an honor. What's that?
May I call you Rick?
As long as it's not late for dinner, yeah.
Oh man.
Hey,
We got a
You're saying
comedian with
you're-
jokes he learned in the 3rd grade.
you're calling him Rick, like R-I-C-K, and it's
Is it
R-I-K.
Dick? You know what?
Rick.
I wonder sometimes how people got
Can
their
you tell the
names.
difference?
I can.
Anyway,
My
Rick,
dog's
I have
name was
something
Max.
for you. This
It makes
guy
the K.
is a huge fan. And he was at the store where I went to buy my pitch pipe. Where is it?
You already
It
lost
cracked.
it. You lost it already.
Wait, crack pipe.
Is that C?
I don't know. I don't even see.
Just leave it out so you
the
have
pitch
access to
pipe.
it.
Ah,
That's your phone. Oh,
I'm
there it
hoping
is.
that's C.
You should
That's
have
the
left
only
it
note
out
he
of the
knows.
case.
That's the only note, and I
You
got
can't
it
do
off
like
a
G or
Beatles song.
F.
Is that C?
Perfect C.
Is it? I can't. Why can't I hear
Okay, I
that?
got it off a Beatles song that starts out like this. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. I get high when I see you go by. I think it's off Rubber Soul.
Yeah, yeah. It is.
Hey, guys.
Rik Fox.
I didn't.
Rubber
So this
Soul.
guy tells me you are a legend, and I believe it because
Oh, the guy at the music store said
yes.
that?
So,
Rubber Soul and the first Steppenwolf album were the first two albums I ever got when I was 13.
now wait a
An
minute.
introduction.
Rubber Soul and what?
Who? Rubber Soul and then the first Steppenwolf. It was 1968.
What was the name of the first Steppenwolf album? Do you remember?
Steppenwolf.
It's just Steppenwolf.
Yeah. The second album was The Second.
Who was the bass player for Steppenwolf?
Rushton Marieve.
Aha!
And then later Nick St. Nicholas.
What happened to Rush?
He was convinced, true story, he was convinced that the world was going to end. He was like
A lot of people are.
Not like a prepper, but like just paranoid that the world was going to be destroyed soon.
Mm-hmm.
And he left the band and just like disappeared.
No one
And this
knows
would have
where
been what
he
year?
67, 68.
was. He on drugs?
Yeah. That
Everybody was on drugs then.
Everybody was in Vietnam. A lot of people. I got drafted in '67. It was wild back home. I mean, good grief. We had Haight Ashbury going strong, you know, with
There were riots on the Sunset Strip.
Fillmore West, riots on the Sunset Strip, and let's see, what am I trying to think of?
Your train of direction got derailed.
What
did?
got derailed?
Your train of direction got derailed.
Yeah.
Oh.
Train of thought, I should say. Your train of thought got derailed.
Do you have a book of these so I could use them
He's
on
wise.
The
He's
one-liners?
wise.
I am my father's. I grew up in the greatest era of comedy, watching the 30s and 40s and 50s, all of the comedians coming up. And osmosis, I just absorbed it all.
Take my wife, please.
Benny Goodman. Benny,
You don't seem like a hard rocker. Like Jay doesn't seem like one in person.
I am a Renaissance man.
Are you?
I'm a little bit of everything.
I like that. So are
I'm
you.
like Heinz. I'm a variety.
Okay.
57. The zingers keep coming.
Do they still make
Let's just
that?
keep on
Together,
coming.
it's going to be zingers.
Do they still make that sauce?
Heinz?
Sauce.
Heinz 57? Do they still make that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I got some of these.
57
A1.
varieties.
I got
A1
some in
and
my
Heinz 57
refrigerator.
are the same?
I've been
Let
around.
me ask you to rate some bass players.
Ooh, this will be good.
Who played in the We Don't Need No Engine? Was that that was
Pink
Pink
Floyd.
Floyd?
Floyd, Roger Waters.
Roger Waters. He was good, wasn't he?
I suppose so. Yeah.
So.
I wasn't a big. I listened a lot to Pink Floyd, but I wasn't like a super fan of theirs. I've listened to a lot of stuff. King
Yeah.
Crimson. You know, I listened to hard rock and prog stuff. I listened.
But you were a Beatles fan.
and the Beatles. Yeah.
So there was a left-handed Beatles.
Hofner.
Yeah, yes, he played Hofner.
Wow.
And what did you think of his bass playing?
Wow.
Hurry up!
That
Time
puts
is
you-
money.
Hey, now that puts you on the path of your journey as a bass player. What McCartney played. McCartney was actually a guitarist.
Yes,
That he
and
switched
a
to bass.
pianist. Not bad.
So he sometimes tended to play bass almost like a guitarist with leading patterns, you know, the walking patterns, which was great for everything he did.
Everything he did was good. And
amazing.
and that George, he came up with some licks that people still are amazed.
George
at,
played a
you
lot of country licks.
know.
Give him some more. Give him
You know
some
what?
more.
The longest
I wanna
hook
hear some.
I've ever heard on a song, a Beatles song, the longest hook probably on record ever is the song "And Your Bird Can Sing."
Okay, that's one nobody knows. So we'll have to take your word for it.
That is a mother F hook. That's a long
Do you
one.
not know it?
A hook? No,
I thought you know
what album was it
all
on?
Beatles songs.
It was after
was it on Revolver?
after Sgt. Pepper.
I think it was on Revolver.
Oh, I never gave that a chance. I didn't like the cover.
I'm going to
But I
go
know
with
there was some
He didn't
good
like it
songs.
because he didn't like the cover.
The cover,
I'm
all
going
the
to go
pictures,
with
the
what he
cartoons.
said.
I judge a book by its cover.
So you know, too, Woody has hit songs, famous songs that he's written.
Rocky.
Yeah.
It sold 4.5 million.
What's that?
My song sold 4.5 million back in the 70s.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woody's a
Hey,
accomplished
you know, it
songwriter.
had the rare distinction of being number 2 and number 4 on the same chart in
How?
Japan.
Oh, wow.
So I'm
really?
sitting in the shadow of pop royalty here.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm
it's been
here
a
with
long time.
all of you.
But I'm still working. How do I? Hey, I got 5 songs done on the album. So how do I?
Which one?
Well, give me your address so I can send you my album when I'm done.
Oh, thank you.
Which album?
You know, I don't know the name of it yet. I'm thinking of
The creative process. Let it
I'm
creative
thinking
process.
of-
play
I
out.
don't know the name of my
the Wild
con
Women
podcast
of the
yet.
Ozarks.
Hey.
Wild Women of the Ozarks?
Yeah.
Am I on?
Is there
Does
such
it-
a thing?
Yes, of
Yeah.
course.
Ask
Every machine
Jay.
gun show.
Do they have all their teeth?
Yeah, and then other stuff.
Oh, I don't think we need to
What
go
I
there. That's too
hear.
much information.
Okay, where were we? Songs with great bass players.
Yeah.
Let's go with. Let's go with.
Who plays bass for Aerosmith?
Tom Hamilton.
Good?
Good.
Good.
Who played bass for My Sharona?
The Knack?
Nobody knows.
That's a neck. Yeah.
He was a studio.
You know, I knew the drummer. I was friends with him, but I don't remember the bass player of the Knack. I wasn't a real big Knack fan.
I love that. I had the 45 to that song.
Let's see.
Let's see if the robots can tell us. Dwayne Lyman played bass guitar. Oh no, that was from 2008, 2010.
Wow.
How about Crosby, Stills, and Nash?
They're like an a cappella group. They didn't have a known bass player out front all the time.
Getting near the point. Okay. Now, you know what? My songs aren't coming to me.
You had Leo Lyons and 10 Years After. You had Mark Clark and later Gary Thane and Uriah
Wait,
Heep.
10 years after, were they from Canada? Was that from Canada?
10 years after. You know, I don't remember.
Who am I thinking of from Canada?
It's
Triumph?
Alvin Lee was from,
Rush.
Triumph, Rush. Yeah, those are
yeah,
Canadian.
Rush was from Canada, but 10 Years After was England.
And what did they have a hit?
I'd love to save the world.
Very good, yeah. Do you have a favorite song that you like to play bass on where they let you shine?
Man, we could be here all week with that.
Well, let's get
What's
started.
the number one? What's the number one bass? What's the number one bass happy song?
Oh man, you know, I'd heard it on the show here earlier. You're the guy who comes on before you.
Mm-hmm. Joe Weston.
He played Grand Funk Railroad, Closer to Home. I'm Your Captain.
I'm getting closer.
That raises the hair on my arm.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Very good.
yeah.
Really?
Mel Schatcher, incredible bassist.
Oh, he knew the name
I
of the
saw
bass
Grand
player.
Funk Railroad at
Hey,
Shea Stadium, man.
This guy can raise the hair on the back of your neck for sure.
Me?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, he's amazing. I don't know if you've ever heard him play bass, but
Singing.
I've
he's
seen
talking
the
about.
acoustic guitar with his back to the
Singing.
audience.
Yeah, singing.
You've been to a show.
Oh, yeah. Rick comes all the time. Rick's at every show of mine.
It's a privilege
Well,
and an
what
honor.
Unlike
are you
us.
Give me some history. I'm guessing you were not born in the Ozarks. I'm going to guess California.
Negative.
Okay. Did you ever
New York.
end up in California?
New York. Started
see.
in New York.
New York. Brooklyn.
And then made
Where
his
they
way
got the sauce.
made his way to California in the 80s. That's where he found his success, was in the 80s on the Sunset Strip.
Who'd you play? Oh, man, I loved California in the 80s. It was so good. I had money rolling in.
Early 80s, too.
Nice.
When it
I
was cool.
took my cat.
When it was cool and clean.
That's a long story. Okay, so California in the 80s. So
Well, a lot of people ask me, what brought you to California? My answer is always the same, a jet.
Did you have an offer there?
Yes.
Or-
Yes.
Okay.
There were some kids vacationing in New York. They're from California. They flew to New York to see Twisted Sister playing at some festival. And they walked into this clothing store I was working in the village, West Village. And I said, my hair is all rocked out. And he said, well, who are you? You look like a rock star kind of guy. And I played, with Jersey bands, club bands, and upstate New York and all of that. And I said I was friends with guys in Twisted Sister, except for D.
Mark Snyder.
Mark Mendoza was like my big brother. Okay, Mark the Animal Mendoza. And I used to see them all the time at all their big shows. So I was saying, I'm friends with these guys. And these kids were like, wow, really? And then the conversation went from Twisted Sister to Kiss. And
What year are we talking about?
Which part?
What year?
This 1981. 1981. Had to be 1981. And then we got onto Kiss, and I told him that, I dated one of Peter Criss's sisters before he was even in Kiss. So I knew him before Kiss. I watched Kiss form from nothing. Watched the rehearsals in their loft, all of that. So that amazes a lot of Kiss fans today because they want to know, what was it like back then? What did you see? They want to live vicariously through your...
I saw this in a documentary,
Yeah.
a rock and roll documentary. You were in
Yeah,
it.
Rick is in every rock and roll documentary.
And not every one.
Yes,
A lot
you
of
were
them.
in
Anyway, he's
it.
in a lot of them, yeah.
So I digress. They asked me for a phone number because they said, we know a band in California that you'd be perfect for.
The Mamas and the Papas.
No. They were already divorced by then.
Really?
So I gave them a phone number and a picture, and I figured I'd never hear from them again, and that's it. And then probably within the next month, I started getting phone calls from a guy named Blackie Lawless. So they actually did hand off the information to him.
Very good.
And he was trying to convince me to come to L.A. or try out for their band. And normally when you audition for a band, it's usually within reasonable driving distance, not across the country.
Right.
So they paid for a plane ticket for me, and I flew across from I was living in Jersey
That's
at
a
the time.
good sign. They paid for everything.
They scratched. Well, Blackie was broke then. He was barely getting by. So there's the
That's
picture.
that's Rick with Blackie Lawless. That's like an early Wasp promo picture. That's Rick there.
That was the original lineup.
What a beautiful man, huh? When he look at that
Beautiful
guy.
man.
Like
He's still
Funky
a
Meadows
beautiful
from
He's
Angel.
still a beautiful man.
I had the Punky Meadows haircut. Anyway, so I got to L.A. and I auditioned for the band. It was a 2-day process. It was only like 5 songs, but I got the gig.
Do you remember any of the 5 songs?
Yes. Hellion, On Your Knees, B.A.D., Sleeping in the Fire, and School Days. Later, I co-wrote another song with them called The Master of Disaster.
So you are a writer? You consider yourself a writer?
I certainly do.
You still writing?
Yes.
You recording?
No. I'm in Missouri now.
As am I. And Jay Stevens. Is his name? Jay Stevens, yeah.
But anyway, that's how I wound up in California.
Me.
I got there.
Well, that's interesting. Was the Fillmore open at the time?
No,
that's in
they
Frisco.
had closed years
Frisco.
earlier.
Yeah.
They didn't close.
Yeah, they were closed in 1982. They closed back in the 70s.
I didn't know
Let's
that.
do the time warp again, huh?
Well, wait a minute. I'm thinking.
I thought I smelled something burning.
Yeah, that was me. You know who sang the song "Something Burning"? Kenny Rogers, you idiot.
Hey, give me a chance to think about it.
Okay.
I just got.
How about Steppenwolf?
I just dropped in because I was checking my condition. What condition was
Hey,
That's
bada
gives you
bing,
Kenny
Prince.
Rogers.
That was the first time we ever heard his voice, and I thought, man, this guy is going to make it. But he switched. That was a pop song, and
He ventured into psychedelia.
I didn't know that, but he ventured into country music.
Yeah.
And man, oh man.
All right. So your next question was what now?
Had to do with Steppenwolf.
Okay.
And now it's coming back. Steppenwolf, Grand Funk. You ever heard of Vanilla Fudge?
Yeah, Carmine and Tim Bogart. And,
They did covers that were just amazing.
Everybody did covers back then. The Beatles did covers.
Well, not before. One day John said, "We're not going to do any more covers. Own songs only. That's the worst John Lennon I ever
That was,
heard.
I was just going to say, that was a pretty poor.
I've been watching Peaky Blinders, so I'm like,
Yeah, it sounded like a different part of
I
Europe.
don't
We just
know.
got
Don't be
haircuts.
cheeky.
Yeah, there you go. That's a little bit better.
Yeah, that was good. That was good. So, so anyway, let's get you up to 1990. Where were you and what were you doing?
I was getting sick and tired of the music business.
Because
It wasn't fun anymore. Seattle was banging down the doors and the walls.
with
Grunge?
with
Who?
Grunge music? Is that what you
Well,
He's-
what year did the Wayne's World come out? Would that have been 90?
It was in the 90s.
Because he's in Wayne's World.
1 and
movies,
2.
1 and 2.
Are you
I-
serious?
I hate Pearl Jam.
I'll put that on record. I'll note that. I
Well,
wasn't a big fan either.
now, you hate him because you went to a concert and everybody was standing up and
so
he
rude.
couldn't see anything.
He wanted to sit.
because he stayed seated.
I had like 5 or 6 row seats mid stage.
Did you think to stand?
Pearl Jam comes out. What's the guy's name? Vetter.
Eddie
Eddie
Vedder, yeah.
Vedder.
He comes out and starts to sing, and he's wearing cutoffs and T-shirt and
It's grunge,
No.
baby.
no
Said
respect
it wasn't
at
fun
all.
anymore.
The grunge look.
And everybody stood up, and I couldn't say anything through the whole concert.
Were you wanting to see him?
I wanted to see the band I was listening
You could
to.
hear it.
Okay, so Jeremy spoke. Let's move on.
Yeah, Jeremy spoke.
What?
Who's
Pearl
Jeremy?
Jam.
What?
Oh, I don't get it.
I don't either. Jeremy spoke.
Yeah.
I'm going to write that down.
So,
7.
yeah, the 90s weren't fun. I got out of music. I took a hiatus, and I was working in the film industry.
Really?
Made a better check.
Wow.
Yeah. So I worked with a lot of movie stars, and learned a lot
Hey.
about guns and ammo. And
Do you remember Kevin Bacon being one? Remember they had this thing like one link away from Kevin Bacon.
6 degrees of
6
separation.
degrees.
Six,
Yes.
yeah. I was that guy.
You were
Yeah, because I was in a movie with who's the old man that did the oatmeal.
Wilford
commercial?
Brimley. Brimley.
Yeah.
Brimley?
What a
Brimley?
crotchy old man. He
That's
was.
what you said. Yeah.
I have one of those.
Wilford Brimley. Yeah, I was in a movie with him.
I have one of those degrees of separation from Jennifer Aniston.
Ah.
When my dad got out of the Navy in
Yeah.
Korea, the Korean War, he could put his GI Bill to be into broadcasting because he was a big Frank Sinatra fan and big band and swing. He was at CBS at the school in New York. He was about to graduate. Guy comes in to the teacher standing there. He goes, "Who wants to start now?" My dad was the first one to shoot his hand up. He says, "Come with me." My dad created his own big band swing jazz show on WGBB FM. Was it FM? In Freeport, Long Island. This is before radio had a union. He had his own show. I remember I went there one day. The turntables, everything was that institutional green, the walls.
Yeah.
There was the window where the engineer sat.
Yeah.
His engineer, let's trivia time. His engineer was George Savalas.
Telly's
I know the name.
Telly Savalas' son?
Brother.
Brother, okay.
Oh, yeah.
And Telly
But
Savalas is the
George
godfather
had a lot of hair,
Jennifer
though.
Aniston.
Bingo! You jumped ahead of me.
Sorry.
Yeah,
That's it.
Janet.
My dad-
Janet,
What?
that's rude to jump
Yeah,
ahead of
it's
the
smart.
guest.
Did you say lewd?
She earned it.
I did.
My dad
I
said
was,
my dad said sometimes Telly would come in and co-engineer his show with his brother with George Savalas,
awesome.
and then he says to me, "Telly is Jennifer Aniston's godfather."
So there
So
you
I
are.
would love to meet her just to throw that story and see what she.
So see, I have a separation then from Jennifer Aniston because Brad Pitt
Yeah.
and I went to school together and did some plays together, and he walked me to my speech class on a pretty regular basis.
Hey, Brad was trying
And
to
he
get
was
it.
with Jennifer. So there you go.
She came to town,
Yes, she has been here.
and
Not
so
now.
did what's her name?
Angelina.
Angelina.
And the woman who came back into my life that I wound up marrying, Tamara,
How's that working out?
she stood at my doorway. She looked like a cross between Lita Ford and Jennifer Aniston.
Nice.
Between
she
who?
was quite beautiful.
Lita Ford and Jennifer Aniston.
Lita
That's what my
Ford.
soon-to-be wife looked like.
With red hair? Did she have the
Well,
red hair?
She
Okay,
was-
Janet.
it was
Janet
kind
hit
of
me
a
when I
dishwater-
asked you about that. that marriage?
It was Dishwater Blonde at the time.
Okay.
And I asked her if she would consider going red, and she said, yeah.
It looked good.
And that's that. So anyway, there's the Jennifer Aniston connection.
I gotcha.
Let's see. I'm trying to think of some intelligent questions.
Why did you get out of the film industry?
Well, if you want intelligent questions, we should just all get up and leave the room.
Except for me. I'll stay.
That's what I was thinking.
Jay and I will stay in here.
Yeah.
No. Why did you get out of the film industry?
Why did I get out of it?
Mm-hmm.
He can't act, apparently.
I've been in films, so why did I get out of it?
So have
the guy that was my boss that I was working for was not the nicest guy in the world. He had a propensity to come onto the prop truck looking for something specific and throwing things out of all of the trays and bins, then tell me to make me to clean it up.
What?
Do you know what a propensity is?
Yeah, he tried chewing me out in front of people
Somebody
one
has
time.
a propensity to do something?
I have a propensity right now.
To hit me?
Yeah.
Why?
I just enjoy it.
You're weird.
Yeah, he had a temper, so.
Well, a lot of people
that's
do
not
that.
I'm tired of working for him.
That are insecure and they want to prove that they have some sort of authority, so they're mean.
Well, like me, he was a vet. You know, he was in the Navy in Vietnam.
Thank you for your service.
I think it was a privilege and honor to serve.
What branch?
It was California State Military Reserve, 1995 to 2000.
Awesome.
All the leaves are brown.
Back to the Mamas and the Papas.
You're good. Okay, who sang Dead Skunk in the Middle of the Road?
I couldn't help you with that. Is that an Ozark thing?
No.
Sounds like it could be.
It's the Soggy Bottoms thing.
I
Find
see
out
them
who
all the
sang it.
time here.
Soggy Bottoms. Yeah.
Find out who sang it, would you?
What song is it?
Dead Skunk in the Middle of the Road.
Dead Skunk in the Middle. I'm
He was a
afraid what's
famous-
going to pop up when I type this in.
No, he
Is that
was-
relevant here?
You're going to get a really weird algorithm over there.
Songs from the 70s and the 80s.
And 60s, apparently.
No.
Middle
Mamas
of
and
the road.
Papas were 60s.
Well, they were. And
Listen, I got the Time Life collection series of 60s.
A song by Loudon
Wainwright
Yeah,
III.
that's the guy, yeah.
See, you've heard of Loudon Wainwright.
I heard
III.
of him. He was loud enough to be
Never.
Loudon.
Whoa.
Never heard of him.
Okay, and let me see. Oh, what'd you think of America? I hated their songwriting, but they were brilliant at hooks. You remember the group America?
Yes, I do.
Like, they would write lines like,
You know how many
The
people
horse
were...
with no name.
Oz never did give nothing
To the
to
Tin
the
Man.
Tin
The
Man,
Tin Man.
that he didn't already have. Great line. Next line. And cause never was a reason for the evening.
They did a lot
or
of
the
drugs
Tropic
back
of
then.
Sir Galahad.
Yeah, they did a lot of drugs back then.
Not America.
Yeah. Well, Horse with No Name has been debated over and over so many times, but what is that song actually about?
Yeah, well,
Oh, because horse is known
it's about
as...
nothing. Listen, I've learned enough to know. I've got a song, and Jay can attest to this. What did we call it? Oh, Thursday Shoes.
Yeah.
Makes no sense at all. Made Nick Sibley cry. He said it was so amazing. He said he compared it to the song You're So Vain, where they said, I had some dreams. There were clouds in my coffee.
Yeah.
Clouds. He said,
compared it to that?
I could never have written
It's
it.
funny you should mention that. This is really like serendipitous. I just got myself a copy of Carly Simon's Greatest Hits.
Today?
Well,
Whoa.
a few days ago. I ordered from
Hey, what do you
Amazon.
got? Chills.
That's an incredible... I loved her. She was one of the sexiest women singers ever.
Carly's
Yes. Her mouth was too big.
real.
Have you? I'm also a James
Like a
Bond
bass.
fan, so I've been
Just
watching.
like a bass.
I've been watching James Bond films.
Which one?
And
Which
when she sings,
Might not be all
nobody
bad.
does it better. She
That
sang
wasn't even close.
Spy Who
That
Loved
was
Me.
good. That was good. Get your pitch
And
by now.
I'm getting the chills. And I went out. I said, you know what? I love her singing. I didn't appreciate it as much in the 70s, but I went out and I got her Carly Simon's Greatest Hits, and it's all of her greatest hits.
Well, that was when she was married to...
James Taylor.
Correct.
So you do albums?
Nobody
You collect
does it
albums?
better.
I'm actually a
that
huge
one.
soundtracks collector and fan.
Okay.
I love soundtracks.
I do too.
And so then from soundtracks, and then we get into my artists, and then et cetera and so
I do
forth.
too.
But
I get a feeling you're going to love my music. Where are you hanging out these days? You live in Springfield?
I just moved here. Yeah.
And why did you choose here? Have you met Nick Sibley?
Who?
He has not met Nick Sibley.
Okay, well,
He has these great parties. I
Stacking
hear.
these questions. I'm like, what?
Well, he's the guy to get to know.
Nick Sibley owns the big recording studio here, and he's also in the Ozark Mountain Daredevils.
Oh, okay.
And he's also like a billionaire from writing jingles.
Jingles, yeah, he writes
Jingles,
jingles.
His new jingles everywhere about. It's about
Shingles.
Yeah. What's the name of the?
Every shingle time.
Every shingle time.
He's good.
I keep meaning to
Paying
write
the big
him.
bucks.
And he owns like 8 buildings downtown Springfield.
Yeah,
The big
I
ones.
was living in Willow Springs. My late wife and I moved there. We got here in 21. Got out of California because it was just stupid. Everything was stupid there. We had a nice horse ranch. She was a horse trainer, and it was time to leave. So we came to. She grew up in Missouri, in Joplin, and just south of St. Louis. In the summertime, when she was a teenager, she used to go to riding camp with what were then the Anheuser-Busch kids.
Wow.
So that set her template to be a horsewoman.
Wow.
So
let me-
she moved back to California when she was 17 or 18, and that's when we met. But moving ahead, so we got out of California, and the last place we looked at, property we found, was in Willow Springs, and there was enough property for the last 4 horses that we had. And then it's like Mayberry. It's a nice town, but there's nothing going on there. And my wife thought I could find work in Branson. And I'm like, that's not rock and roll. That's family theaters, you know. And then, unfortunately, the cancer came back in 22. Next year after that took her. Now I'm isolated in Willow Springs, and I don't know what to do or what's going to happen for life.
You need to get to Springfield. There's a whole lot happening.
Well,
that
the story
people
goes.
don't
The
know
story
about.
goes. I'm looking through Facebook, and I see this band named Machine Gun Symphony.
Nuh-uh.
That sounds like an L.A. band.
That's what brought...
So I reached out. I watched some of their stuff, and I reached out, not knowing any of these guys. And I said, hey, I'm new in here. I don't know anybody. I'm out of L.A., and my wife passed. Can I network with you guys? I don't know anything here. About 15, 20 minutes later, Jay goes, dude, I know who you are. Come hang out with us, like, now.
That's good. That was a pretty good
that was a good Jay
impression.
impersonation, actually. That's
That
pretty
was.
accurate.
I got a million of them.
Pretty accurate.
Fantastic.
So I was driving up every time they would play. I'm driving up from Willow Springs an hour and a half, here and back. And I hate driving back at night. I don't want to add to the roadkill or make friends with the highway patrol looking for something to do.
I understand.
So Jay and his girlfriend Joy would let me stay at their place after a show, and then I drive back in the morning after we had breakfast. So I got to the point, he's 23, he's 24, he's 25, and I put the house up for sale, the property, and I said, I got to go up to Springfield because everything's here. And
There's a lot here.
I need to be, you know, when you lose a wife or husband, you know, the people who know about these things say you need to be around people. It's not healthy to be by yourself. And so through the grieving process, I need to have some kind of social contact with somebody, at least on a level that we can, you know, Jay and I, we're California guys and all. So,
Well, welcome to town. I think you're going to do very well here.
I hope so. From your lips to God's ears.
I'd go easy on the quips.
I like it.
We're kind of
Quips.
Quips.
That is a cereal, Quips and Quake? Quisp and Quake.
and get to know Nick Sibley. And hey, has Ned the band moved back here?
I don't
No.
know. I think they were doing a one-off or something.
They're doing,
right?
yeah,
I would need
they're
an
doing a
introduction
reunion
to these people.
thing
Yes,
somewhere,
well,
and
yeah.
Nick's flying in for it.
I'd be glad to do that.
Because Jay has been very instrumental in introducing me to everybody. And it's the funniest thing.
Can you get
know,
the Nick?
He knows everybody.
Jay pulls up his phone. He goes, look, here's Rick with Ronnie James Dio. Here's Rick with Axel. Here's Rick with...
Yeah, if you Google
Ingrid.
Rik Fox, there's
Hey,
pictures
He's like
of
my
him with
promo
everybody,
guy.
man.
He's like my promo guy.
And
He
you know,
was Motley Crue, Guns N' Roses, all those guys. He was friends with all of them before they were all.
And Soup
That's awesome.
doesn't really feel great all the time.
Yeah.
He's the bass player for the
Hey,
Daredevils.
there you go. Yeah,
So
there you go.
anyway, so
Yep, all right.
we got to go. Our time is up, but it's been an honor and a privilege to meet you. I respect anybody that's struggled through the music business and made it, and then, you know,
Well, made it is a subjective term.
Ups and downs. Would you shut up and let me?
I'd say
Let me
I-
praise
right.
you. Never stop someone when they're praising you. That's
Yes,
the number
right.
one rule of a music.
I
got another.
apologize. I've been chastised. Go ahead.
Got
I'm
one
sorry.
more word of wisdom for you.
Yes.
Always be kind to anybody who has access to your toothbrush. What's so funny about that?
I know where my toothbrush has been.
Oh, no.
I wonder about mine.
So our show is sponsored
Honestly.
by Kaleidoscope.
Kaleidoscope.
Have you been introduced to Kaleidoscope yet?
Oh, you
No,
got to
I
go
haven't.
over there. Right when you leave here, go to the Kaleidoscope.
Go to Kaleidoscope immediately.
Woody sent you.
It's on the corner of Sunshine and Fremont.
Want to see if I still got
They
it?
have
Yeah.
albums, music, incense. There's a store next door to Kaleidoscope, which is also a part of Kaleidoscope.
We're
with
going to see if I still got it, Jan.
clothing and
That's a wonderful. Thank you, Tom
Stuff.
and Pam.
Oh, Woody's. Good.
Speaking of clothes, have you seen his pants?
Yeah.
No.
Is he wearing any?
Not those.
see.
The
No,
No,
stage
he
pants.
made my stage
Wait.
pants. He made them for me.
Oh,
No, the
cool.
ones
The
with
lace up with this. Yeah, he made those.
You made
I
those?
just studied. So there's another girl who goes to the clubs here. She had a red leather jacket and asked
Well,
me
let me
to
know how to
custom-
get
Those
a hold
got me
of
in
you.
trouble, I
I'll
think,
send you a
that
test
night.
copy.
I tried to put, I couldn't
Let me know how
get
to
the
send
money
you.
in there.
Can you? Are
Too
you in a
full,
position
it's
to
too
still?
full.
A lot of my friends don't play CDs anymore.
I do.
Okay, good. Well,
Okay, well,
right
let's sign
down.
off here and we'll give the address.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you, Tom and Pam, and thank you, Jay Stevens. When's your how's your rock and roll career going?
Good. Saturday night was a good show, and then
Good.
another show Friday night.
He's the new AI rock star.
Yeah.
Today's some rock star's 83rd birthday, but I can't remember who it is.
Who did?
Who did?
Who did?
I can't remember. So happy birthday,
Whoever.
whoever. Happy 83rd. Keep rocking on. Rock on. And Rik Fox. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for our guest.
The privilege and honor was mine. Thank you.
No, you're supposed to clap with us. So it sounds
Not
like
for
we got-
myself. You don't
Yeah.
toast yourself when you
It
toast.
sounds like a lot of people.
He does.
Nobody, nobody knows you're clapping for yourself. All right. Give it up for Rik Fox. Oh, what a crowd. What a crowd. They're very nice. Anyway, thank you, Rick. It's been an honor. And this is Woody P. Snow saying, see ya!
And this is Janet Lane 19.
This has been Around the Ozarks Rewind with Woody and Janet. If you have questions or topics for the show, email Woody and Janet at aroundtheozarks.com.